Hello, everyone. As we wind down 2024, that also means we're wrapping up our 50th anniversary year. We started with a small gathering at the Moose Lodge in Springville, where it all began, and culminated with our bash at Riverworks just a few months ago. It's been a great year, a time for celebrating and for remembering the strength and courage of our founders who have left us this incredible legacy. I'd like to take a few minutes to share some highlights of the year with you. And of course, we start with the supports we provide because the amazing work done in the field always comes first. From the day I walked into sasi, still in the throes of COVID, people were asking me when we could start having parties and dances again. And that's why it's so great to see events like the Halloween party come back to full swing. We had fun activities around the solar eclipse in April, so many unforgettable adventures enjoyed in recreation respite. More and more outreach by the West Seneca Laughter Yoga Group, a cardio pop up class, and an unforgettable School of Rock year end dance performance by Moving Miracles. High Hurdles, supplementing its therapeutic riding lessons with an Easter egg hunt, a horse show, and special training events. A new mural at East Aurora Dayhab, a garden box project at Yorkshire Dayhab, soap making, and an incredible performance of The Wizard of Oz that I was lucky enough to see at Sardinia Dayhab. Thanks to a $100,000 grant from the Lutheran Foundation for Long-Term Living, Elma Dayhab will soon enjoy Lawrence Nature Walk. The Angola Meals on Wheels crew saved a life by calling for help for a person in distress. Derby Dayhab is safer with its new WanderGuard system funded by the Golisano Foundation. Our pre-vocational programs are engaging in all kinds of activities to prepare people for work. Our supported employment program has a brand new expanded 5-year Access VR contract and is gearing up to restart services under OPWDD's Pathways to Employment program. The Article 16 clinic continues to offer first-class supports while getting out from under the deficits that had been previously in place. Community Habilitation R is up and running, providing activities for IRA residents who don't attend traditional day services. Our support brokerage program is exploding and expanding even into other parts of the state. At the Kazoo Factory, supported employment participants are working with production to resolve a product backlog, and that has been achieved. And the Kazoo Factory was even mentioned on Jeopardy! At the request of residents and families, we've installed interior security cameras to improve safety at our Enio and Elliott apartments. The Enio facility underwent a HUD review and got a 99% score. Sage secured a 5-year renewal of its janitorial contract at the International Bridges and is now expanding to a new contract with Head Start in Salamanca. Thanks to grant funding, we continue to add ceiling lifts to various sites to improve safety. At several residential sites, we're converting underutilized space into additional bedrooms so we can support more people. And we're about to convert our last shared IRA room into private rooms. We will have all private rooms going forward in residential, and that's a big deal. We took concrete steps toward opening an overnight respite site in 2025 so that we can start offering site-based respite for the first time in years. We were awarded a $575,000 state grant for 6 accessible buses that will bolster our day services transportation and reduce our operating costs. And we've just secured a $10,000 Health Equity Award from Univera Healthcare, which we will be using to bolster our pre-vocational efforts at the Lois Jackson Center in Sardinia. As I've said so often, great programs require great facilities, and we're making strides there too. In October, Moving Miracles moved out of Southgate Plaza into our new location on Kelly Drive in Cheektowaga. On December 30th, the West Seneca Clinic, Dayhab, and Community Pre-Vocational will also move to Kelly Drive, a newer building in a more integrated setting. As we work to sell the Mayfield property, we've opened a new office and training center at Cradle Beach to support the Evans area. Nearly half of our sites have been approved this year for capital improvements, everything from floors to roofs to heating and air conditioning to drainage to plumbing, awnings, concrete and foundation work, and we finally have a multi-year plan for capital projects so we can keep up with these needed repairs as we go forward. The heroes of this story are the folks in our maintenance department who have saved us a great deal of money by doing a lot of the work in-house, and they oversee outside vendors when necessary to do all of this transformational work. Now, it has been said that it takes two flints to make a fire. There's also a proverb that says, if you want to go fast, go alone. If you want to go far, go together. And we believe in going together. We have contracts with Cradle Beach and Lothlorien Therapeutic Riding Center to provide administrative support to help them achieve their missions. Of all the agencies in the region, sasi is the most involved and invested in Developmental Disabilities Awareness Day, DD Day, and I dare say that without all the sasi superstars on the DD Day committee, that event might not even be possible. We work with Donnie and New York disability advocates and other partners across the state to push for better public policy for our field, for our workforce, and for the people we support. This summer, thanks to our marketing and fund development team, we received $15,000 from the East Aurora Music Fest for the very first time. Our supported employment and pre-vocational partnerships, our work with NYSID and Source America, and all the organizations we work with through SAGE, these relationships help people to build their skills and achieve their goals. To be a strong partner, we have to be a strong organization in our own right. We have a new strategic plan with a sharpened mission and vision, newly defined core values, and initiatives that will move us forward in our three pillar areas: employer of choice, next generation of supports and services, and community awareness. After working with a grant writing consultant for 2 years, we've brought our grants process in-house so we can bring in more dollars for essential projects. And we've added strength to our marketing and fund development department to make sure more people know about the work we do. We had no new members on our board of directors for years, and people were cycling off without being replaced. We were down to 9 members at the end of last year. We now have 14 of 15 board seats filled. 8 of our board members have joined in the past year and a half. 5 of those new members have joined in this calendar year. We've increased the board's cultural diversity and added lived experience of natural supports, plus expertise in care coordination, special education, finance, marketing communications, and philanthropy. We've been steadily updating and adding policies and procedures to improve operations. We have a group working to get the most out of precision care. The quality management team is now required to hit an 86% milestone of completing investigations within 30 days. They've blown that standard away. We have a new corporate compliance department, work plan, and procedures in place to avoid payback of hard-earned funds. Financially, we are on very solid ground as an organization. Our IT department, our business office, our other administrative departments are second to none. And the proof of all this is in the pudding. Our first OPWDD agency review ended with praise from the state survey team for the great work being done, both in the field and in administration. Now, we know that administration exists only to support programming, and that means supporting our incredible workforce. We've restructured our employee resources team and our hiring process. We've redesigned new employee orientation, and we're training and engaging a whole crew of instructors to make sure new hires are well prepared. More than 30 sasi employees have sharpened their skills and demonstrated their commitment through the OPWDD SUNY DSP micro-credential program. Based on employee feedback, we've redesigned our Exchange intranet to offer more useful and accessible information. The Sunshine Fund continues to support employees in good times and in bad. The appreciators have seen through a gratitude calendar to recognize all employees across the agency. We've brought in the United Way's Work-Life Solutions program to help staff with personal and financial issues that could affect your work. And again, if you're not sure what that program is, please go to the Exchange, check it out in the benefits section, and see how Work-Life Solutions can help you. Our first ever Amazing Workplace Employee Happiness Survey has given us valuable feedback so we can become an even better employer. Thanks to these efforts and many more, we now have 35 more frontline staff working for sasi than we did at the start of the year, and about 10 more non-frontline staff. We have a long way to go. We have a lot more ground to make up, but it's great to see positive movement. As we work through our workforce challenges, the word culture comes up a lot, and it can seem very overwhelming to move a culture. But think about it this way: culture, all it is the sum of all of our actions and decisions. If we want to change culture, we just have to change behavior. Repeated behavior becomes culture. Every conversation, every interaction, every decision contributes to the culture. I love this quote from a book by Ben Horowitz. He wrote, "Who you are is not the values you list on the wall. It's not what you say in an all hands meeting. It's not your marketing campaign. It's not even what you believe. It's what you do. What you do is who you are." At its best, sassy is all hands on deck during a snowstorm. And we've got a little more experience with that than we would like. But people showing up, working those shifts, helping and supporting each other through those difficult days. It's the supervisors at a Dayhab site making the effort to compliment staff when they do something great. It's coworkers who are kind, who extend grace to each other, who treat one another with respect. It's the new house manager who showed up to her site on her first day with welcome gifts for her staff. It's the team that identifies the need to tap in and out when working with someone who needs extra behavior support and puts a plan in place to make that possible. You know, I recently saw a study from the Council on Quality and Leadership, and it reminds us what's at stake here. And this is a quote from the study. When providers treated their employees with dignity and respect, people with IDD were more likely to have positive outcomes. How organizations treat their employees not only affects employees, but also impacts the quality of life of people with disabilities, close quote. So we should ask, what will each of us do to build the culture we all want? Because what we do, what you do, is who we are. What we all do is what sassy is. A wise person once said, "Great football coaches have the vision to see, the faith to believe, the courage to do, and 25 great players." Put another way, a leader without followers is just someone out for a walk. And that's how I feel. So grateful to have such an incredible team of people across the agency in 50 sites in 3 counties. It is truly a privilege for me to be part of that team. That quote I just read about great football coaches, it came from the legendary Bills coach Marv Levy. In 2025, he'll hit the double sassy mark, 100 years of age. We all hope that Marv's birthday gift will be to see the Bills win a Super Bowl. And it brings to mind his timeless question: where would you rather be than right here, right now? There's nowhere else I would rather be. And as we finish our first half century together and look to build on the vision and audacity of our founders, I'm so grateful that all of you are right here, right now. Thanks for a great year. We are going to do a lot to beat it in 2025. Thank you for all you do.